Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my beloved students. Dear learner, how are you everyone? Hope all of you are very well by the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is your religion teacher, Musta'in Billah, and I'm standing here for you, with you, for take a class from chapter 3, lesson 8. This is very important, and we are going to inshallah today discuss about Surah At-Takasur, very small surah, and this significance is very important, and this is very effective for every single one of us. So my dear student, we don't want to waste our time, so let's get it started. So my beloved students, first of all we want to recite this surah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألهاكم التكاثر حتى زرتم المقابر كلا سوف تعلمون ثم كلا سوف تعلمون كلا لو تعلمون علم اليقين لترون الجحيم ثم لترونها عين اليقين ثم لتسألن يومئذ عن النعيم. So my beloved students, after completing the recitation of this surah, when we are going to discuss introduction of this surah, or Surah Takasur. There some small things I want to come here. Here this surah is the serial number of this surah 102. 102 is the serial number of the surah in the, so 102. Then it has just 8 ayats. It has 8 ayats, and it's revealed in Makkah. So here we are discuss today here about introduction of this surah, that is the serial number of this surah 102. This ayat is 8 and revealed in Makkah. So my beloved students, then we are going to discuss about Shan-e-Nuzul, because we know in every single one of ayats or surah in the Holy Quran, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent and revealed on Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, it has some reasons and some causes. And we know in the day of Jahiliyat, this called is Ayyam Jahiliyat, in the dark days, in that time Banu Abd Manaf, it was the part of Quraysh, and Banu Qusay, Banu Shams, here some groups under the Quraysh. In between these groups there are some competition to prove themselves the best to leadership, to population, and in every side of their life. In that time they always try to be prove themselves the best of other. In that time Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent here Shan-e-Nuzul. In that time Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent and revealed this surah on Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala announced and alarmed them that this dunya and worldly life is not actually competition place with population or prove power, because this is the just right time. Worldly life is the right time for make a good akhirat. So for that reason, don't make competition between you. Just you have to try, you have to make yourself for get a reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in akhirah. In that time, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed this surah on Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. My beloved students, then we are going to hear word meaning. Word meaning and translation. Word meaning and translation. Here I give you some important words from this surah. This is very important for known to you. Al-Maqabir, Al-Jahim, Ain, Naim, Al-Takathur, some important words. Then I give you the translation of this surah. So in this surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala always, I don't want to just translate this surah, just I want to remember you that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in every single ayat just want to remind to the Quraysh, to the people, then don't make yourself in a competition place. Don't give yourself. So because this is actually not competition period with prove your power, but this is the period of the take preparation for a get better life in akhirah. Then I discuss the explanation. Mankind has warned against the great here explanation, that here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just remind the worldly thing is very very small and worldly life is very short. So don't waste your valuable time for make competition for but you have to actually take preparation for get better life in akhirah. It is the main thing of this surah. Then in the last point, learning points. This is very important point, learning point. This is the main point, I think, because when a person recite this surah and he learned the translation of this surah, learned the significance of this surah, and he learned the shan and nuzul of this surah and introduction. In every single of sight, a person when can learn from this surah, but if he can't achieve the main point, the learning points, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed this surah to on Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and this surah, what kind of teaching, what kind of learn that we can achieve from this surah. This is the main point, that we should do competition to do something better in this life, not competition, not make competition between us for a get population or for a better life in the world, but we have to just, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Holy Quran, وَتَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْبِرِّ وَالتَّقْوَى وَلَا تَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْإِثْمِ وَالْعُدْوَانِ, because you just make competition for doing better something. So my beloved students, we always try to decorate our here learning point. Here learning points. This is the most important point for every single one of them who just want to recite this surah, just want to learn from this surah, and especially for us and my beloved students, because in every single one of word and deeds we have to face to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in akhirat. So my beloved students, after that I give you some short question and broad question. This is very easier I think for you. So keep it watching, inshallah. See you again in next class. Today inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.